asking me to just have faith in this team. Oh, yeah, just have faith in the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have barely lost any games this season, but in one of them, they blew a 5-1 lead. You can't ask me to calm down when I met David Actual Ayers this year, got to play against him on Jeff Merritt's ice. I got to tell you, the guy's an animal. And now this year's team is coaxing me in, right? They're making me believe they're in first place. Here, 1 second. Faizal?
Nah, it's Dr. Kamisa.
Steve, it's been a while. It's about the halfway point of the Maple Leaf season. It felt like the right time for blue and white therapy presented by Old Spice. So I'll start with this, Steve. How are you?
Well, I guess I'm okay. My therapy sessions are sponsored now. That's very rare. Brought to you by Old Spice. Uneasy, Faizal, and also ashamed about my uneasiness. You know what I mean? After all, the Leafs are in first place. Why am I uneasy? Why am I worried about it at all? And the answer gestures broadly at the entire history of the Toronto Maple Leafs. How can I even enjoy this? I won't be able to enjoy even a cup run if they were to go on one until the cup is awarded. You know what I mean?
Why are you watching?
I enjoy them. I like that. You not see my room, Doc? Like, look at all this. I like them. I want them to win. I am invested in their successes.
I do see you and the room in which you sit, but I also hear you, and I'm hearing something different than what I'm seeing. So I'm going to try to get you to say some things that are positive right now and maybe reestablish your love for this team and less stress for this team. Is that cool?
Okay. Let's try it.
So here is a positive that I think we can all agree on. Austin Matthews.
Oh. No, see, there it is again. The moment, 18 goals in 18 games, the moment I said this guy is going for the Hart Trophy, he's going for the Selke, he's going to score 50 and 50. The moment that happened, the next game the Leafs were shut out by Big Save Dave. They managed to win the next game against the Calgary Flames, so they split that little back-to-back. And then he's out with a wrist injury. And now he's back, and I can tell it's still there. I know it's still there. So I'm being given these wonderful things. Leaf fans are being given these wonderful things, namely the godsend that is Austin Matthews. I ran out of air in my lungs. The godsend that is Austin Matthews.
We'll pace ourselves a little bit. Let's pace ourselves a little bit here.
Yeah. You take it away. You're right. You're right.
He's very good, though, Steve. And yes, maybe he hasn't scored in a couple games, but the standards were a little high given that he scored in basically every game that he had played in. He's hit a couple posts, still playing very well. I'm trying to think of why this turned into a negative.
I'm afraid that positives will turn into negatives. It's a constant pressure that I think is going to happen. Does that make sense?
No.
Why? Why doesn't that make sense?
I'll ask the questions here. Why doesn't that make sense?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Well, okay. We've spoken about irrational fears, right?
Yes, to some degree.
Okay. So the Leafs have a good thing going with Austin Matthews.
I want you to remember that you said that right now. The Leafs have a good thing going. Please keep that in mind.
They have a good thing going. That is rooted in reality. That is the truth. Why is it irrational for a Leaf fan to fear a good thing being taken away?
Yeah.
Everything points towards this team is different, and not only different, but better. They could be different and as bad, or different and worse. They are different and clearly better. But the idea of the Leafs being all in, right? Like we're all in on this team after the 3-game sweep of the Oilers. Woo! But then to lose back-to-back against Vancouver. But I'm looking ahead and going, 3 games against the Jets. If they get at least 2 of those 3, and I'm going to eat that up and I'm going to feel better. That's going to be my feel better food. My comfort food, I think, is what it's actually called, right? But the idea of losing all 3, it erases the Oilers series entirely, and in a way, everything they've done already this season, because then it's rebuilding my faith in this team has nothing to do with the standings. It has everything to do with the week I just had.
I want you to think about perspective. I want you to think about your lifetime as a Leaf fan and those really, really bad Leaf teams that were there. I know you remember them, Steve,
Why?
right? You do, right?
Yes, that's why I come and see you.
Exactly. I want you to think about just how different the team is now and the team was back then. Because if you were complaining about how bad they were as a last place team, I don't think we should have the same mindset when the team is a first place team. You see what I'm trying to say?
You know, there was something that gave me great comfort.
Well, let's talk about that quickly. Yeah.
There was a photo. It was a very silly photo
Mm-hmm.
of the Leafs on the bench, and it was a three-way conversation. 3 men in Leafs uniforms sitting on the Toronto Maple Leafs bench. And it was Joe Thornton and John Tavares and Jason Spezza all having a conversation together. And to me, that was very, very extremely silly. And I know Thornton's 41. I know Spezza's 37. But gosh, it's fun. Oh, this team is making me believe
There you go.
that my dreams could come true, because I never in a million years would have believed Thornton could be a Leaf, or Tavares, or Spezza, or we haven't seen him for a while, but Wayne Simmons, Wayne Train.
See what you did
I
there,
guess
Steve?
I have all these barriers protecting me from believing.
Hey, but you're starting to break through them, man, and that's what we want. Even just today alone, from where we started to where we ended, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Keep that energy for the next week. We'll do this again. It's really nice to see you, Steve. It's really nice to see you. Call me anytime, okay?
It's good to see you too, Faizal.
It's Dr. Kamisa.
Right. I never get used to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.